Hello, everybody. Cyanesque111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Tecumseh. I'm about halfway through to the completion of the cultural legacy path for the modern age, with 7 artifacts out of 15 required to display. I think it was. Yep, 15. But I'm still gonna have to research hegemony so my explorers can dig up artifacts from the Antiquity Age. But unfortunately, as you can see, it is locked behind globalism. So, I will go on ahead and get that cooking to start things off. And next up on the docket will be a narrative choice. Past, present, future. Don't know if I've seen this before, but as the modern age launches the people into the future, ancient legends begin to resurface, mythic tales of the Empire's origins. Many look to these works to remind themselves of their roots, drawing lessons that are not always accurate, but meaningful nonetheless. I've probably seen this one before, but I will say these stories define us. It gave us a turn worth of culture. About. It's plus 346 per turn, so little more. Another narrative choice called National Myths. A new era requires new stories, and historians have begun with a vast treatise of the Mexican people. Shani Hosi Kilini wonder to what extent their stories will feature in the volume. I will say they keep their stories in their community for plus 3 culture on the museum. That gets us additional culture per turn, obviously. I'm behind on science than culture, so I'm gonna have to support that. Himiko's definitely gonna be happy about it. As will I in the long run. I've got a lot of gold still. I'm kind of thinking about converting one of my island settlements into a city at some point. Local festival. I've got more than enough accumulated influence to last a long time. Probably until the end of the game. Assuming that I don't have the cultural legacy path completed by then. But I will. I'm betting on it. Okay, so all of these will provide culture. But I think a military academy would be pretty beneficial given that it has plus 11 production on it. But it's gonna build over the Golden Age Academy. Do I really want to do that? I can get 9 production if I build it here, over the university. Sure. If it works, it works. I can grow my town of Pikawiki. I bet some Pokemon fans would be happy to know that it has Pika in the title. I don't need to spend gold on these towns just yet. Pachacuri has joined communism. So it's turned into Soviet... What's it called? The Soviet Siamese Empire. since he's now communist. I'm not really sure if I want to go ahead and choose between one of these three tier 3 governments that would be in Civ 6. But it looks like I've already made my choice of democracy. I can still do the fascism and communism paths, but I don't know if it would be worth it at this point in time.
The face of a city changes.
We got urbanization completed at least. Oh, sweet, sweet culture! That I have more than enough accumulated influence to earn per turn. And I will do industrialization next. I think that would get me tier 2 soldaderas, yep. Tier 2 Mexican unique infantry unit. Revolution for additional culture for 15 turns. Suffrage. +3 culture from specialists, -3 production in towns. I'm not sure what production would do in towns, since in this game, it's cities that you can produce stuff in.
The well-being.
May have to do some research about that after this game ends. But, there we go. We have hegemony available to complete. It'll take about 13 turns, but I'm sure I'll be ready to wrap up the video by then. I'm not sure, but it could happen. I am considering turning Kansas into a city, just so I can get another museum down. I don't have anything in the archive, but if I did get any more artifacts, then they would go in the Cahokia Museum. I think I'm gonna hold off on building another museum until I have hegemony completed. 9.5 culture if I place a specialist here. Sure. I'm at over 600 culture per turn now. Look at me go. That's pretty nice. I see America with its land ships up there. I'm hoping that they don't end up doing anything malicious with them. To me, at least. As if I didn't have enough gold already. I'll have to accept this. An opera house would get me +9 culture. Perfect. But it's gonna, once again, go over the Golden Age Academy. Placing it down here would give me 7 culture. Which is okay. I don't really know if any of these Golden Age buildings would be of any additional use to me for right now. I'll place this other opera house here for another 7 culture per turn. Looks like I'm going to be completing hegemony faster than I expected at this rate. It's pretty amazing. Rio Negro's flooding again. Just have to repair all this stuff like always. Okay, looks like that's everything. City can grow again. It's +9 culture everywhere these days. More science it is. Someone's espionaging me. And Benjamin Franklin. Would really expect that since he is hostile towards me. If you've been paying attention to all of these faces up there. And the icons below them. Okay, it's gonna build over the observatory right here. Which I will accept. 626 science per turn. I'm getting up there. I'm not really sure if anyone has reached the... Okay, so as far as I'm aware, nobody has reached the second cultural legacy milestone yet. I don't know if I'll be the first one at this rate, but it's looking... It's starting to look like it, at least. And Opry here? Plenty of folk thought it was loony to build an opera house in a coal town, of all places. But now, tourists flock from all over to see the dazzling shows and events. It's enough to inspire the local coal workers to imagine the world beyond their toil. I want to ease the workers' burdens, since I don't plan on building any more wonders anytime soon. But it will make significant progress towards the next time Mexico has a revolution. Or a revolucion, as it's called. And I will get a department store right down here. It's 3 gold. 1 more gold than if I built it on the Opera House. I'm becoming a truly cultural...
Because we lack the very language to articulate our unfreedom.
As I was saying, I'm becoming a truly cultural civilization at that. Pachacuti wants to denounce me because I'm democratic and he's communist. I don't think he'll pose that big a threat to me in the coming turns. Despite him having a city right up there. But I will do Hegemony 2 for the Mastery. Okay, now where are my explorers? Let's wake them up. I'll have him go over here to research what artifacts can be found from antiquity on this continent. Diligent in their research, archaeologists uncover a wealth of knowledge about America's distant past. More than enough to stoke the curiosity of museum-goers back home. That sounds promising. I got an 8th artifact from researching it. I'm gaining much more influence than I'm spending. That really is something. How many Golden Age Academies do I have? Alright, I need to go into the unlock screen for that. I've been in this screen before I started recording this part, and it showed me all the different buildings I have, but not all of them. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. Build over the Golden Age Academy it is. Because not everything lasts forever. Okay, so with all of this research done, my next task would be to have my explorer go over here and dig up that artifact lying down. And my other explorer is on Atlantica. Okay, the nearest research point is right there, so I'll have him go over there to Wilwakita. Hush. Most of these names are still pretty hard to pronounce, let alone on the first time. Everyone else's units are taking their own sweet time. I'll place my specialist here. Alright, Explorer. Go ahead and dig that sucker up. And my other Explorer has arrived at that research site, so research it is. Great. Same dialogue as before, but for Atlantica. Should get Kusa's population up a little bit more. Wait, no artifacts on Atlantica? Really? But still, I did get an artifact out of that, so not too big of a deal, I don't think. Could there be anything on these islands right here? Well, I won't know for sure unless I research what artifacts there are on Kalaharia.
And was Jerusalem.
Had a love list this time. Oh dear. The only real harm they're doing is to the relationship between us. Rail station. Right here. And you're telling me that I can't really... Well, I could place this first resource onto either Khotan or Cahokia, since they have slots available. Well, Khotan has only one slot. Is it the one I placed the rail station on? Yeah, it's the rail station in progress there. +3 happiness it is. I'll take what I can get. I'm a bit concerned that I might be too late for this next continent over in the distant lands as well.
We feel free because we lack.
I hope to my buttocks I'm not. Okay, so that's another milestone complete and another cultural legacy point gained. There is sometimes no surer sign of human civilization than a land soaked with blood, and this cache of previous stones confirms explorers' suspicions. Whatever the conflict, the Aksumite soldiers of the Antiquity Age were here, whether victors or not. Good. Okay. There are 3... Wait, it's saying 2 artifacts of all ages in Atlantica. Oh. So 2 of them were right here, and I was not noticing it all this time. Really? Huh. Well, if it gets me closer to completing the path, it gets me closer to completing the path. And I'm gonna do liberalism next. Research in progress. Oh, so all of my slots are full, so that means I'm gonna have to go ahead and convert another town to a city. Yeah, let's do Kansa, since it only costs 200 gold out of the over 23,000 some gold that I have. That's at least the price of a car in The Price is Right. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, but that's what I'm going with. And museum is what I'm going towards. And I actually feel safe about purchasing it with gold. I want to get another... It's called a Zocalo unique quarter going for me. While I'm thinking about it. Not many resources available for me. Okay, so I'll go here next and hope that no other explorers are after it as well. Oh, we got an explorer from Jose Rizal. That gave me a little bit of anxiety. But he doesn't appear to be moving, so I guess now should be the time for me to claim it while I can. I'll put a rail station right here for some culture. Of course, it's Benjamin Franklin. And Himiko is performing espionage actions against me, too. Ugh. And Napoleon as well. Why is everyone spying on me all of a sudden? I don't know if I can counter-spy. I can counter-spy, but I'm not sure if this is a once-per-civilization kind of deal. Just in case, I will go ahead and counter-spy against Benjamin Franklin. So yeah, it's already running an instance of the single-instance diplomatic action. I believe that means I can have only one of that action against any one leader at a time. I would accept it, only just since you were the one of the new leaders who were spying on me. But I still kind of need the culture since it went down a bit. And I'm still lacking in science as well. We got another revolution. Plus 30% culture for 15 turns. Cultural imperialism. Great. I am only the suzerain of Munich. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining. Rail station's gonna take 35 turns to complete in Cahokia. No, thank you. Well, I am gonna have to get my happiness up somewhat in Cahokia, so why not? It's gonna pain me to do this, but goodbye, Golden Age Academy. And the city park will give me additional happiness too. So, goodbye, monument. You were useful. I still need to choose a production, though. You know what? I'll go ahead and do a rail station. Goodbye, Guildhall. You are also useful.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. That they...
Oh, I wanted you to hear the full quote. My trigger-happy middle finger strikes again. With right-clicking. This is... I don't want to cut it off. All 10 of my fingers are useful, even though I am mad at this one middle finger for right-clicking when I didn't want to. I don't know what is up with me, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this part off here. I've got 10 artifacts displayed out of the 15 required. And I did get another museum in Kansa this time. One of my explorers is... Wait, what? Where's my explorer at? I don't know if he's still digging up that little artifact site. Well, these are one of the two I've discovered, so... Oh, he might be right here. There's no one on that site, though, so... After he's finished, I may want to hurry up and have him go over here to dig up that artifact before my rivals do. But I don't know if I'll be able to make it in time. We will see how everything plays out in the future, starting in the next part. Until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!